Renaissance fam, Renaissance Cam is back in effect. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, if y'all new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be alerted when these videos drop. Welcome back, you guys. I'm not even gonna make any excuses on why I've been gone for so long, but you know, it is what it is. You know, mine's in a different place. We're adults, you know what I'm saying? Can't keep track of everything. I got business to run, I got a job, I got, you know, other, you know, platforms, social media I've been focused on, but we got a good one today, all right? This is a good welcome back intro. So today we actually making a media wall. It's like a real trendy type deal when it comes to home renovation. I've always wanted to do one, but I've never really, you know, kind of planned it out in my head. So recently I planned it out, kind of drew up a few mock-up images and, you know, sketches of it on how I want it to look. So we're gonna get started, all right? This whole thing, it would be pointless for me to, you know, give y'all the measurements and everything because they're basically designed to fit the house. So it's not like I can give you the build plans for it. I just gotta show you my process, you know, steps I took to get mine done. So this is my first time doing something like this, but I got all the know-how and the right tools to do it. So shouldn't be too bad, but we're gonna see what happens, all right? So I'm gonna basically just show y'all my setup and how it looks now. It's not a bad setup, for real. It looks pretty good. I got my fireplace down here. This is something I got at Home Depot for pennies. 75-inch TV. It's a nice little shelf here. Got that off Amazon for a penny. Not a penny, but you know, peanuts for real. Nice little clock. It's a nice little setup for our living room, but I kind of want it to be more uniform, more in touch with each other, and kind of just be like a statement piece for the room. So that's basically where I'm getting my ideas from. And I also got 2 aquariums, all right? I have an aquarium over here, but y'all don't need to see that. If y'all have watched my Instagram videos, y'all have seen my aquarium before. I got 2 fish in there, 1 crayfish. They love each other, but I think I'm gonna get rid of that aquarium, and then we're gonna put 2 aquariums on each side of this to just make it one of a kind, you know? Give it, like I said, a real statement piece type vibe of it. All right, so first things first, we gotta take all this stuff off the wall and start framing out our media center, all right? So TV has to come off, all this stuff has to come off, fireplace, shelf has to move, clock has to move, and that's gonna give us a base foundation to start building our frame, all right? So we got a flat surface somewhat. Still got a couple screws removing everything, but what I want to do now is get my center point for this wall, right? So I'm basically just gonna measure this entire wall here. So we're at 110 inches, right? So that's gonna be 55 inches for the center point. Okay, so all we're gonna do, right here, I can wear a center point right there. That's gonna be our center point. That's gonna be it. See what this is gonna do. We're gonna draw basically our TV outline so we can frame around the TV. Then everything else will be, the TV is basically gonna be our base for framing. So we frame the TV out because that's the largest thing we have. And then fireplace is a little bit smaller than the TV, so we can frame on the inside of that and come out. All right, so we're gonna do center point here, then we're gonna do 12 inches coming out. My aquarium just came in, as y'all can see right here. These are my aquariums. They're not huge, but they're perfect. So these are gonna sit on each side of my my media center to kind of give it some, flair. I got some rocks coming in for it tomorrow, and I got some filters and lights for that, and also some decor for it. So it's gonna be real nice once I finish it. I'm not gonna be doing a lot of hard wiring. We already got a plug up top here for our TV and everything. So I'm gonna run, extension cord down, and I got another plug down here in the corner. Y'all can see right here. I got one here. I gotta put back in, and yeah, you can't really. It's a lot harder to run wiring through these wood walls here because drywall is way easier to replace. But yeah, let's get this outline done for this TV, all right? So as y'all can see, I'm starting to get my framework in. It took me kind of a minute to figure out how I was going to secure everything, but I actually had to look at another person's video to kind of see how they framed it out to get it to, because I didn't want to have to cut all this molding out of here, so I had to look at somebody else to see how they got around that, because if not, I would just cut all that molding out and then redid the molding. But we found a way, we made it happen, and now we just kind of fill it in, so it's not bad. All right, guys, so I've gotten most of the framework, solid. It's pretty solid as far as the structure of it. So now what I'm working on now is the fireplace, right? So we got this whole thing at a width of 70 inches. So the length of the fireplace is 50 inches, but the back part for the mount is only 42 inches. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna build us a box here. We got the center already marked, so we're just gonna go 21 inches, come straight down, build us a box around that 21 inch diameter. And that's basically how we're gonna do this, all right? So it's just a bunch of math, it's not that hard. It's just being precise, trying to measure twice and only cut once. That's basically how it's being presented to us right now. Because like I said, it's a custom fit to this house, so I can't give y'all exact plans or whatever. I can just give y'all advice on how to kind of, work your way around the system, all right? Alright guys, so we got the box for the fireplace done. So now we're going to try to dry fit it, make sure it fits. And then we'll move on to, building the structure around it as far as the shelves and everything. But let's make sure this fits. Already then pull the glass off one time and knock half the beads out. But let's see if we can dry fit this thing right quick. good. That looks good. We're good. Perfect. Next task we gotta deal with is the TV. Because mounting that TV and not having but like maybe 2 inches on each side to move it around, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, we're gonna try to knock that out as well. Dry fit that, center it, and then we'll move on to the next thing, all right? So with the shelving, right, I want to make sure that the lighting that I purchased is going to be able to reach each shelf. You know what I'm saying? So these are the lights I got right here. They're RGB, they turn colors, you know, smart lights. So all you do, you can either hardwire them or you can do a direct plug-in like such, with just a regular wall outlet. So I'm probably going to end up just using a plug outlet because I already got some plugs behind my actual entertainment system or entertainment unit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the hard plug-in. I said the hard plug-in. I'm gonna go ahead and do the just the regular wall plug-in and make sure that each one of these lights can reach my shelving, and then we'll go from there as far as building the shelves, knowing exactly how to put them up. All right. So these are the lights I went with, guys. It just simply says 3-pack ultra slim multicolor puck light kit. Comes with your 3 lights, has your remote, has your cords, 3 lights, all the hardware you need to install. I think I paid like 30 bucks for these, 30, 40 bucks for these. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, I'll try and leave a link in my description so y'all can access these. Alright guys, so the lights are working. That's a good sign. So now it's just all about me adjusting these shelves to make sure that I can get each one of these lights to sit flush underneath this shelf without having too much excess cord and not having enough cord. I can deal with the excess cord, but I can't deal with not having enough cord. So we gotta make sure that we got, you know, perfect shelves so that they can sit right. Alright guys, so now we're starting to panel out this thing, right? Just the interior for now, and then we're gonna work on the exterior, right? So we need something to mount our light fixtures to, and something to conceal. Something to conceal the, you know, all the ugly spots. So I had a bunch of scrap plywood, and this thing is not like the foundation of this doesn't have to be pretty, all right? Because we're gonna fill all this, paint it, you know, prime it. You know, all the imperfections will not show. So, like I said, it's an old, you know, dingy piece of solid plywood though, and we're just gonna use this to kind of patch up these shelves and make it, you know, a little bit more structurally sound, as well as have something to mount our light fixtures to. Alright guys, so the framework for everything is pretty much done. Alright, we got everything dry fit. I'm still waiting on Amazon to drop me off this clock. I got an LED clock that I'm gonna put right here. It's like RGB, it's gonna be real nice. I gotta frame that out as well. But I'm starting to work on the actual sheathing, and I'm catching hell, I ain't gonna lie. But I picked out this, I don't know what it's called. It's like a hardy board, but it's super thin, real flimsy, but it's like durable. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not breaking or anything. It's just like super flimsy. So I'm having a big issue with cutting it. I've been straddling my table saw. I've been, you know, I had to put my table saw on the ground and kind of like, you know, work it a certain way to kind of get it straight. But we're starting to put it up. All right, as you can see, I'm actually gonna glue this. I just wanted to make sure it fits. But like I said, it's pretty sturdy. I only got 3 brad nails in it just to hold it up there. But it's like, it's not moving. You know, it ain't got much flex to it, even without the glue and stuff. But it's some good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna slowly but surely try to work through this. We're just gonna do panel by panel. Each one we see, we're gonna, you know, kind of cut out with a jigsaw or whatever saw we got, and you know, until we finish this thing, right? As far as down here, we're gonna put 2 cabinet doors just for like inside storage. I'm not gonna put a panel on this inside right here so I can have access to that box inside of here, just in case I gotta unplug something, you know. And then I'm gonna leave this slightly open as well. I'm gonna put me a slight panel in here just to kind of, you know, conceal it a little bit, but I still want access to this box up here as well. So just in case any type of issues, you gotta plan ahead. But my plan for this here is I want my records to be up here. I'm gonna put my record player here, but I'm gonna have to trim that to make it fit in there because it's gonna be super tight. And then we're gonna have our fish tanks. We need to make sure we run our wiring to that so, you know, we can make sure everything, we have our filters and lights connected to the fish tank as well. So yeah, it's coming along. All right guys, so I'm starting to trim out my shells right now. What I'm using is basically like these corner, same thing I use for this corner right here. These are just this corner trim. I'm gonna say 1-inch quarter trim. And it's coming in handy because we're able to hide the seams, you know, where we installed our backer board and stuff. So like I said, it's coming in handy. It's a pain in the ass to cut though. Like as far as cutting this stuff, like I've taken numerous trips to the table saw just to get it, you know, spot on. All right, any other type of trim works a lot better when it comes to cutting it. But yeah, it's actually coming out really well, all right? So all this right here, we're gonna cover these cracks up here with quarter round. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with this junction box right here for the light, but hopefully we get it figured out. All right, but it's coming along. As y'all can see, we got it all paneled out. Once this trim is on here, it's gonna look a whole lot better. And my clock is right here. I had it sitting up here, it keeps falling, so I gotta get some way to secure that up there. We're gonna go across here with some more of that backer board. I put me 2 shells here because when it comes to, you know, this space I'm working with right here, I'm trying to maximize my, you know, utilization when it comes to being minimalistic, but also having like luxury looks, right? Because this is a small house I live in, so it's not, you can't do too much with the space I've got. So this is just gonna make it a lot more functional. We're gonna run some lights up under this shelf as well to kind of tie everything together. So as y'all can see, we got everything pretty much framed out and trimmed out. It's been a task, I don't know. It's been a task. It's taking a lot longer than I thought, but it's just like I said, it's so much customization, you know, just making sure everything fits how it's supposed to fit, right? But it's looking way better than I thought it would look. You know, just based off of my ideas in my head. Like I had a solid idea of how I wanted to look, but this is, you know, this is actually really good. So I'm very proud of myself right now. But we still got some work to do. So I'm making my doors for my cabinets down low, and I'm gonna put those on, vacuum all this stuff up, make sure we got everything, you know, all the bad cracks sealed off, and I'm gonna paint it. Alright guys, before I show y'all the final review, I just want to let y'all know I am tired, alright? I'm tired. This project really took a lot out of me, but it's honestly bittersweet because I'm extremely proud of myself. I'm not a carpenter by any means, you know. I just know how to do a few things, you know. Once you take a liking to certain things, you just kind of, you know, take it on your own and get better at it, right? So this is one of probably my best projects thus far. You know what I'm saying? I've invested in a lot of tools and stuff just to give me that type of edge when it comes to putting stuff together and taking things apart. So that's what it comes down to, you know. You want to get better at something, you invest in the tools, you invest in the knowledge, take your time, invest in yourself, and you get surprising results, all right? So without further ado, here's the final review. Guys, so I'm gonna just take y'all on a slight tour of, you know, everything I've incorporated into this piece. All right? Like I said, it started out as a vision, and then, you know, threw a couple things into play, and it came to life. All right. So as y'all can see, each shelf kind of has its own like style and flair. So up top, I've got a lot of the books I've read. It's just great to exercise the mind, you know, obtain as much knowledge as possible, and, you know, kind of entertain yourself as well. So that's that shelf, right? Here, electric picture frame, digital picture frame, whatever you want to call it. Family photos, you know, miscellaneous stuff. The Thinking Tom kind of guy. I like this figurine I got from, I think I got that from Ross. And that's a scent diffuser in the back. We got our first aquarium. Okay, we're gonna end up putting some fish. I don't have the fish in it yet. I'm gonna get some fish, throw them in there. I was thinking about getting a glowfish, but I don't want to deal with like those glowfish. They actually have to have warm water, so I'll have to put a heater in that as well. So I'll probably just get some like my other fish over there and throw inside of there just to kind of give it that look. We got some cabinets down here I've added. They're not, you know, painted on the inside. It's just really for the look. And you want to throw a few things down in there, you can. Won't hurt nobody. We got our electric fireplace set in perfect. It changes colors. Everything about this changes colors. The clock changes colors. All the LEDs, they change colors. So whatever the vibe is, you can kind of get into it. So up here I got a digital clock. Okay, this digital clock was, I think, $35, $40, probably like $30. I think it was like $30. But it changes colors. It's got everything on it. And it's just nice to be in the living room and be able to know what time it is. You say if you wake up from a nap and you're like, oh shit, what time is it? It's right there. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. You got the temperature, you got the actual date, PM. It goes military time if you change it. It changes colors, like I said, once again. And it's got the day of the week on it. So I feel like this is like my favorite touch of this piece right here. That's my favorite touch. We got a few more books here, some candles burning. I got an Alexa Echo Show under here to kind of show my, say somebody comes in my door, ring bell, whatever, I'll know right there. So over here we got my records, right? So I have a lot of vintage records. Like, these aren't records that you get in the store. These are records, my mom gave me these records, my grandmother gave me some of these records. Like, these are original records from when records was recording, all right? So I got my record player right here. And I got some figurines inside. I'll show y'all those a little later. Just some Notorious B.I.G. and Ice Cube figurines inside. This is like another dope touch to this. But like I said, gotta have a record player to spin my records. I just love music. That's my music and me are inseparable. All right. And we got our last fish tank right here. This is identical to that one. I tried to set the decor in the fish tank the same as over there, so it just kind of meshes well together. And we got another thing of storage down here. So now I just want to reiterate, y'all, before y'all hop in the comments in my DMs asking me, oh, can you come do this for my house? I'll pay you. Don't even do it. Please don't do it. Like, this is not an advertisement for a business, right? This is just like the whole part of the influencing world is to influence, right? To inspire, to make people want to go out and be great at whatever they do. Okay, that's what the point is to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not advertising a business. I'm just doing things that I like to do. You know, enhancing my space. That's what this is about. Okay, it's not about trying to get y'all's money. I don't need y'all's money. All right, I appreciate y'all's support. That's all I can ask for from y'all, right? But other than that, man, I'm grateful for y'all. But just please don't come hound me. I don't need any extra work to do. Put it that way. I don't need no extra work. But anyways, guys, I'm done rambling and everything. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all continue to like, share, subscribe, support. I know I haven't been on, YouTube in a long time as far as long form videos. I can't guarantee you when I put out the next one, but I promise you I'm going to try to put out another one soon. All right. Sheep's Head, I'm moving in, so I'm probably going to do some fishing videos pretty soon. I got a couple more projects I'm working on in the vault, so y'all will definitely be informed about those. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, Renaissance Cam on Instagram, please go follow, support, share, like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all that stuff, man. I don't know if I'm in like this big rut when it comes to social media, but my platforms that I was working on when I was away from YouTube, they're starting to dwindle down again. So I don't know if it's just a glitch on their end or from shadow ban or what. But if y'all can run over, can't even talk. If y'all can run over there, show some support, like a few posts, repost a few posts, it'll really help me out. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all keep on learning, and I'm out.